Back in the garage with Gas Pump Rob. In tonight's featured video, we are going to revisit the Gilbarco 80 and try to get the unit to pump. This part right here called the meter is evidently frozen internally, so tonight we are going to remove this cover, take a look inside at the working mechanisms of this meter and try to free it up. Hopefully it'll be successful to where we can free it up and actually make this pump fully functional. We'll see what happens. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is remove this line here. This is the vent line that goes from the meter, which is this part, up to the air separator, which you see right here. Okay, we're going to remove that, and then we're going to take loose all the case bolts on the top cover here. I've been soaking these bolts all week, that way they would come out easily, and it looks like that has definitely helped. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is grab a pry bar and try to pry this cover off. I'm sure it's stuck after many years. Hopefully it'll just pop. Oh wow, that was easier than I thought it would be. I carefully lift this off. Wow, this is interesting. Very interesting. And you know, I see some rust in here, but it looks like there's two reed valve assemblies here. I'm really not sure how this works, but we're going to find out. I see down below, it looks like some kind of crankshaft assembly, and I see some rust here. So what I'm going to do is shut off the camera and thoroughly lube as much as I can from here, and then I may end up having to take this side cover off where the worm gear is on this side and make sure there isn't anything frozen in that part of the meter. Okay, it appears that this is a crankshaft right down in here, and there's a 1/2-inch bolt sticking out of the end of the crank. So what I'm going to do is put a socket wrench on there and see if I could work it. It's pretty tight. Oh, it's starting to move a little bit. Oh! Yes, it's starting to move. Yes. Oh yeah, here we go. You know, yes, okay. One heck of a mess, but I freed it up. What a mechanical marvel this thing is. And the reason it stops is because the connecting rod right here is hitting on my socket wrench, but it's freeing. It's definitely getting looser. And it works. I mean, I could feel compression. You could hear it. Listen. Oh yeah, look at this. Making one heck of a mess, but you know what? I'm excited. This is going to run. Cool. Woo! Okay guys, I worked on it a little more and freed it up to where now I can just take my fingers and rotate it 360 degrees with ease. Just real easy. Okay, so the next step is I'm going to clean everything up thoroughly. All the mating surfaces will be cleaned, and I bought some gasket sealant that is leak proof, and it is oil and gas resistant, so I decided to use this. From the factory they did not use gaskets on this, they used some kind of a sealer on because they're machine surfaces, so it'll work out just fine. I'll get it cleaned up, I'll get it back together, and then we'll try to fire this thing off again. Hopefully this is the moment all of us have been waiting for. The meter has been put back together. I decided to go ahead and hook up the drive shaft to the calculator, and I vice grip the nozzle once again on the side of the pump, aiming for the barrel. The VisiGauge has a light behind it, so hopefully you'll be able to see the VisiGauge spin, the nozzle dispense some fuel. What I'm going to do is turn the pump on and then open up the ball valve at the bottom to allow fuel to flow from the signal drum to the pump, and see if we could get the air out and get it pumping. So here we go. Okay, I'm opening the ball valve right now. Yes! Look at the VisiGauge. Woohoo! It's a runner! Woo! Just beautiful. Look at that. The VisiGauge is leaking, as you can see. Probably the factory packing or caulking has been compromised. But it works. Mechanical marvel. It really pumps rapidly. I mean, that's amazing. I don't know how many gallons per minute, but that is just incredible. Well, there you have it. I hope all of you enjoyed this video. I certainly enjoyed this project. No guts, no glory. What a glorious moment. No guts, no glory.